Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm going to present to you about the Russia and neighboring countries by focusing on the Caucasus countries, which is Georgia, Armenia and Azerbaijan. The Caucasus is a region between Black Sea and the Caspian Sea and mainly occupied by Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia and parts of the southern Russia. The Caucasus region is influenced by Persia, which come from Iran, Anatolia, which come from the western of Asia, and for a very brief time Assyria, which was a Mesopotamian kingdom and empire of the ancient Near East and the Levant. Following the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, Armenia, Azerbaijan and Georgia became independent nations. Let's move on to the introduction. Armenia has about 3.1 million population, with about 97 of them are Armenian, and the list of 3% is Greek, Russian and Georgian. It's led by Nikol Pashinyan, the Prime Minister of Armenia. Armenia is a landlocked country, which means a country that entirely surrounded by land. Armenia's land is consisting of mostly mountains with rivers and forests. The population of Azerbaijan is about 9.1 million people, with 91% of them are ethnically Azerbaijani, with the remaining are largely Russian, Lezgins and Talish. The Prime Minister of Azerbaijan is Ali Asadov, who born in Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan. Georgia is a country that located literally between Europe and Asia. It has about 4.8 million people. The country is made up about 87% of Georgian and another 13% is Azerbaijani, Armenian, Greeks. Now, turning our attention to the climate. Armenia enjoys nice warm summer and long autumns and cool snowy winter. Meanwhile, Azerbaijan has a unique weather through its country, as the climate can be drastically opposing depending on where you are. It has cold alpine mountains right next to a dry subtropical zone. As a mountainous country, Georgia are protected by two mountains. That means they have pretty comfortable weather and just right amount of rainfall. Next, environmental problem. Armenia's environment became severely polluted during the Soviet period. The Soviet government pushed heavy industry development to a massive scale. This causing soil intoxication for the Armenians' land. Azerbaijan, during the Soviet era, dumped petroleum, discharge of sewage, dwelling stock of sturgeon, extreme air pollution and heavy use of pesticide and fertilizer are the most serious forms of pollution. The Georgian Ministry of Environmental Protection and Natural Resource Protection ranks 35% of its agricultural land as polluted, and 60% of Georgia's agricultural land is of low to moderate production quality, according to the Minister of Agriculture. Now, let's talk about history and culture. Armenian culture is a rich mixture of flavors, colors, plus outside influences and things that are uniquely Armenian. Especially influential to Armenians' culture are the pagan empires that ruled vast swaths of land in the centuries before Christ, and Armenia's long history as a Christian nation. Located on the crossroad between East and West, Armenia has long been a strategic point and a meeting ground for large empires. Romans, Iranians, Byzantines, Arabs, Turks, and Mongols all passed through Armenia, both destroying some things and adding their own influences. Some examples that shows Armenian culture are cars, architecture, applied arts, and many more. Azerbaijan culture is tightly bound with their history, religious beliefs, national tradition, and values of the country. Its history goes back to the primitive times, passes through pagan temples, monumental architectural construction of the early medieval ages, relates to the Islamic culture, reflects the influence of Christian tradition, and brings this legacy to the modern world. Islamic culture of Azerbaijan flourished in the period of the Seljuk state. Today, tourists enjoy the rich legacy inherited from the architects of the time. Muslim in Juga, Momina Khatum Muslim, and Yusuf ibn Qasir Muslim. Famous Maiden Tower in Baku was also constructed in the times of Seljuk applied arts, also famous here, and its reflection in the decor interior. House walls of wealthy people were decorated with exquisite patterns with elements of planting motif. Georgian culture is an exotic, mysterious, and ancient culture stretching back for millennia. Elements of Anatolian, European, Persian, Arabian, Ottoman, and Far Eastern culture have influenced Georgia's own ethnic identity, resulting in one of the most unique and hospitable cultures in the world. Some of the examples of their culture are supra, which is a single ceremonial feast of traditional cuisine. Georgia applied art by high art items from ceramics, metals, woods and bones, and also music and dance. Let's move on to the sub-region. There are 11 sub-regions of Armenia. Yerevan is the capital of Armenia. With fertile volcanic soil, 72% of Armenian land are used for agriculture. Continue with Azerbaijan. There are 7 sub-regions of Azerbaijan. Baku is the capital of Azerbaijan. Some activities in those sub-regions are agriculture, tourism, and oil production, as Azerbaijan is rich in natural gas and petroleum deposits, which make about 80% of the economy. Georgia has about 13 sub-regions, with Tbilisi is the capital. Some activities in those sub-regions are agriculture, food production, and many more. Lastly, the current issue. The current issues for Armenia right now are the well-known issue which the dispute against Azerbaijan over Nagorno-Karabakh Republic that have been brewed for years. Until now, the fight between these two countries still going and affected their people and economy, with the border between Azerbaijan and Armenia is close. From here, we can see that even the country seems beautiful and peaceful with a lot of resources, there will always problems that need to be solved. I hope that one day I've got the chance to explore this country and learn more about them. Thank you.